it out there.
I can't control if you follow me. Do it for niggas who ride with me. Hoping my mama is proud of me. Keep the faith all up inside of me. And I give you just what you want. 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 I can't control if you follow me. Do it for niggas who ride with me. Hoping my mama is proud of me. Keep the faith all up inside of me. And I give you just what you want. 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 I keep the faith up inside of me.
What was your inspiration on the song, What Do You Want? Well, first off, what exactly are you doing on the song? Are you rapping? Are you producing?
Good question. Yeah, so I producer first and foremost, and I am rapping on there as well with another artist, School, who happens to be my brother.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so this is some family ties we got going on.
Oh yeah,
here,
of
definitely.
course.
And is it just you two on the song?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So real close knit with this one. Nice.
Oh, yeah,
I like to hear that.
definitely.
I like to hear that. So where did you get the inspiration for this song?
Pretty much it was like this feeling of soul and you know, just like wanting to feel like I'm expressing, like I'm thankful for what I have at the moment, and that's how the song came about. Just, you know, expressing that like gratitude for everything I'm accomplishing.
What was one of the verses you feel like really brings that out? One of the bars that really brings that out?
Oh, good question. She going in. One of the bars. I got a line where I say, used to sell beats for like $50, and now that's my tip up at Benihana. To somebody rich, I mean, $50 for a tip probably ain't nothing, but for somebody like me, $50 is probably what the whole meal would cost. Now you could drop that on the tip.
Yeah, a tip. Yeah, definitely, 100%. So where do you come from originally?
I'm from New Orleans.
From New Orleans.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're in right now. We're in LA, but where are you staying right now? Are you still living in New Orleans?
Nah, I'm all over California, man. I'm up in the Bay right now, grinding. Always in LA.
Nice.
And spend some time in Vegas too.
So in the video, I saw you were over here spinning on the knobs some. So
yeah, working the boards.
Yeah, working the boards.
Yeah.
So you produced this whole track by yourself.
Yeah, myself and my boy Bars Makes Bangers, dope producer up in the Bay Area. I work with him. This song is one of 10 that's going to be on a project called Diluted. And, you know, I work with my boy Bars on a few of them, and then a couple other producers on some stuff. But pretty much every track was created by me for the most part.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you plan to produce for other artists?
Yeah, so I'm already in the process of doing that. Myself and my brother Scoob just did a record with Nefta Pharaoh, pretty popular up in the Bay Area, and probably down in LA too. And then we have some other good stuff coming. I can't quite speak on just yet, but
any other projects outside of just this song? I know you're really trying to push this one. We're shooting a video right now.
Right.
So anything else that you're really trying to push right now?
Yeah, just the whole project Diluted. Like I said, it's 10 songs in the works. We down in LA recording right now, getting everything ready, and really just networking. I feel like the last project I dropped, Disconnected, one of the things that was kind of missing is just like more of a stage to release it on, and I want to do the like proper groundwork first for this next project before like officially releasing and everything, just so it has like some real legs to take off and, you know, make some waves, because last thing you want to do is do a whole bunch of work and it's not received the way you want it to be received, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely. So this time you feel like you have a better platform.
Yeah, I mean, we're working on it, we're getting there. I feel like you know, if we keep on this pace that we're on right now, we'll have like a really good base to like really launch some serious content.
Awesome.
But
awesome.
we're getting there.
Cool. What do you want to do differently this time that you felt disconnected you with the last release?
Travel. I want to just expand more outside of just, of course, New Orleans, where I'm from, and California. I want to, you know, reach out to different networks and avenues, like I said, Vegas, spending more time in Vegas, because I mean Vegas is a whole scene in itself, so that's something important to tap into, and then figuring out how to kind of get that presence on the East Coast as well. You want to be more well-rounded than, you know, just one area. At least
Definitely.
I do.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
100%. I agree.
Yeah.
100%. So if you had to name your top 5 most influential people in the industry, who would you say they were?
Top 5 influential. I thought you was going to hit me with the top 5 artists or top 5 MCs. Influential people. I'm still going to go with Dr. Dre first. I mean, he's a huge, like, idol and motivator for me. For sure, Tupac would have to be. I'm from the South, so for me, I had like a really strong Cash Money phase. So like Big Timers and Hot Boys was like a big deal for me at the time. And then I would just say really like label movements, like Rockefeller, you know, at one point or another was like the hottest thing for like a nice solid period of time. And I really wanted that. And I'm like, you know, that's something I'm still striving for, is like to have, you know, that dominance in the game where like people respect you for your craft and what you do for like a long period of time.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what new artists are you excited to see blossom?
Besides myself.
Besides you, of course. We're all excited for that.
New artists. I like the kid JID. He's signed to Dreamville. I think he's pretty dope. My boy Boss. I think Boss has crazy potential. But just to like slightly go off track, I think what Kendrick just did, tapping into like the Black Panther soundtrack.
Agree.
That's like uncharted territory. He's breaking down walls for us. I feel like
Definitely.
now I can start to like envision myself doing that type of thing because it's, you know, it's a reality.
Right.
Yeah.
And all the new artists that he helped out with that too.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So where do you see yourself falling into this new age hip hop?
That's another good question, but actually I don't really want to like fall in or fit in or be a part of like any you know, perceived expectation thing. Like I just want to create music. Like no one was gonna tell, you know, like 103,000 how to make music or what he wanted to like fit into, because he'd probably be the first to tell you, I don't want to fit into anything, I just want to be me, you know what I mean? And I kind of got that same kind of vibe, like who knows what I'm going to evolve into, you know?
So
yeah.
So do you see yourself collabing with these new age artists?
In that regard, like I won't like turn away anybody. I'm like, if you feel like you want to work with me, I'm down, let's work. I'm like a workaholic, so I'm for sure not turning away anybody.
Any artists you'd like to work with?
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, the artists I probably would like first want to work with are artists that are like, you know, probably not as current in the like pop culture eye right now, but like I said, I was a big like Cash Money fan, so for me to work with like Juvenile would be a big deal for me, or Wayne or somebody like that. People who are probably not like as in the scene right now, but were like big deal, you know, a big deal to me.
So if you could have one feature that you feel would really get your name out there and off the ground right now, who would it be?
Right now, Kendrick, hands down. Yeah, I mean, you know, I feel like that is the feature that, I mean, nobody could deny right now. He's like the hottest thing in the game.
Yeah,
it's not even
you know, Cardi
questionable.
B, I know you saw that.
Yeah, I mean, she's crazy
you know.
hot too, but I just feel like, you know, for my lane and what I'm doing and like just that overall question, like who's the hottest that I would want to work with, for sure, Kendrick, hands down. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. But I'll work with Cardi for sure. Yeah, definitely.
How do you feel about the current political climate in America?
I feel like right now is a great time if you are a socially conscious artist and just individual in general, because right now we have a platform to actually say something and be heard and make a difference, and there's actually things going on in society that need to be talked about. And you know, I mean, just recently I was talking to a friend of mine about a whole situation with Alton Sterling and what's going on with that. And
Do you feel like there's a problem with police brutality against black men?
oh yeah, definitely. I mean, this has been a case for a long time, but I feel like that's why it's so dope right now to be an artist, because you have that platform to reach people in so many different ways, and it's your choice what you choose to speak on and how you want to.
And do you see yourself as someone who takes a side when it comes to political matters?
One thing about me, I hate politics. Like, I really hate them. And like I said, I was just talking to a friend of mine about that. The reason I hate politics is because at some point in time, you have to literally shit on a group of people to please another group of people. And I don't quite feel down with that. You know what I'm saying? Not like I'm trying to just please everybody, but I mean, you have to make a decision that will ultimately affect more than just yourself, and I'm not comfortable just like.
Right. Are you for or against Donald Trump?
Oh, that's easy one. I'm definitely not for Donald Trump.
So you're against Donald Trump?
Yeah. Against is a word I wouldn't use. I would just say I don't agree with his views, and I'm really not a fan of his. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, tell me a little bit about the management that you have working for you.
Yeah, so actually it's like a close friend of mine at this point, my boy Chris Evans. We met through basically helping kids out in like school system and stuff like that. And I basically asked him, because we were like sharing music at the time, and I asked him if he ever managed anybody. And he was like, no, but if the right artist comes along, I'm down to really learn and start doing it. And that was like 4 years ago, I want to say. And I mean, since then, we've been pretty solid. I guess I was the right artist to come along.
It must feel good. So you seem to have a long relationship with everyone that you have working with right now.
Yeah, I mean, not everyone. I mean, you meet people and you try to build with them. Kendrick actually, speaking of which, has a line, I'd rather start from the bottom and build with you. And that means a lot to me because, I mean, once you get to a certain standard, you don't know who you could trust or who's in it for the wrong reasons. That's why, before you get, to a certain stature, a certain level, you want to feel like you could trust the people in your circle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you feel like you have that type of circle?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Nice. But my circle is, pretty small and tight-knit at the moment, and the further you go, it naturally has to expand. Mm-hmm. But that's why it's important to have your core circle, like, really strong and tight-knit before that happens. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And who do you consider yourself, like, in your circle of people? What would you name yourself? What guy are you?
I'm the weirdo. I'm the abstract, creative, non-keeping track of time weirdo. Yeah. I need everybody else to keep me focused on deadlines and on showing up to things. If not, I'll be here all day just creating, just making things.
So who is it for you right now, currently in your career, who's really that motivator for you, helping you get on your stuff when you don't have that focus going on?
For sure, Chris, my manager Chris, I mean, he keeps me on the deadlines. And then my work ethic is pretty natural. I mean, it's pretty much all I do. But my brother Skoog is super essential as far as business. You know what I mean? He kind of keeps me on the business thing because I'm so artist driven. I just want to create and make things. And he's like, well, this is the best way to put that art out. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So just learning more about the business through him is important too.
Nice. Is there anyone in your life you feel an obligation that you need to be successful for?
That's a really good question. I used to hold that kind of weight, like I have to do it for somebody. Like everybody has that dream to buy their mom the car and the house and everything, and I'm no different. But I'm more on a different hype. Like if I could pay like my parents' student loan debt, that kind of thing, rather than just buy a car.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to think and do things that will help more in the long term than just like a quick fix. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you do feel some sort of obligation.
Yeah, I mean they raised you. You better do something. Yeah.
Good, that's nice, that's nice. And what about the youth? Do you feel an obligation to be a leader for the youth?
Oh yeah, definitely. That's why, I touch on certain things I touch on in my music. Otherwise, I could be out here making music about things that I've never been through or things that have nothing to do with me, but I choose to go a different route and talk about what's really going on with me in my world, in my life, because I know I have certain people listening that it may affect. So,
are you mentoring anyone right now?
Yeah, I'm not gonna say names or nothing, but yeah, I am mentoring like a few younger folks, but musically, I would like to start like mentoring some younger artists and doing stuff like that too. Just like the way I had, my brother kind of give me the game and show me some things. It would be nice if I could kind of keep that going too. Yeah.
So in your personal life, who are some of your biggest influences?
Like I said, my brother Scoob is a huge influence to me. My father for sure is an influence, just like being a man and standing up for, whatever you believe in. And I would say art influences me a lot. Like I just look at all forms of medium and art and just like, that kind of influences my creative process, how I go about my day. You know what I mean? I brush my teeth listening to music. You know what I mean? Everything is like inspiration.
Do you have any other types of artistic outlets other than music?
Yeah, I actually was in creative and talented visual arts for like maybe 10 years. Like from second grade, I could draw really good and I started to paint and stuff. This went on for like a long time until I thought I could be Michael Jordan and start playing basketball. That didn't work out. And then by that time, I was more interested in music than like the visual art. But yeah, catch me on a good day, I could draw you something really dope.
Nice,
for sure. Yeah.
Nice. So the question pretty much everyone is wondering, so when can we look forward to an album from you?
I'm not even going to tease people and give an exact date. Nice try. But I would just say soon. The goal is before the year is over. And, I mean, I'll keep you fed with, like, some singles and some stuff along the way. And some visual content.
Good, good.
Yeah, but hopefully...
So you have some videos coming out soon?
Yeah, definitely.
And any that you can name?
What You Want, for sure, will be out soon. Stack It with Skoog and After Pharaoh. That'll be out soon. And that's all I'll probably say for now.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, that's it. Josh Gray, I had such a great time talking to you today, getting to know you a little better.
Yeah.
If you guys want to hear more, be sure to follow him.
On Instagram, Twitter, @JoshGrayWay. I don't mess with the Facebook, but there you go.
And if you want to see more from me, you can follow me at Let's Be Desi on Instagram.
You know what it is. Stack it and flip it. Stack it and flip it. Stack it and flip it. You know I'm with it. If it's about haters, it don't make a difference. Wasting my time, then I don't pay attention. Lied to me once and I'm keeping my distance. Stack it and flip it. You know I'm with it. If it's about haters, it don't make a difference. Wasting my time, then I don't pay attention. Lied to me once and I'm keeping my distance. Haters, where you at? Expose yourself while you're hiding in the back. Play this on the radio, turn it to the max.